So from our perspective here on planet Earth, for us, it looks like the sun has moved on around us, and now it's going on into the particular quarter of the wheel. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the wheel here, and it's going to go into gateway number 53. Right, the bottom trigram again is still broken solids. It's the light. It's the trigram representing Ken or mountain, and so this whole series of hexagrams all have that as their foundation, the stillness underneath it all. And the 53, like the 39 and the 52, these are all gateways that are in the root center in the human design chart. So this is the pressure to get out and do stuff in life. And so when it goes into the 53, this is the gateway of new beginnings. And so all of a sudden we have this layout where we have the 53 on one side, we have the 54 where the earth resides. 54, the gateway of growth and ambition. So new beginnings in the 53, growth and ambition in the 54. If we look to the unconscious sides, we've got the unconscious sun in the 51, the gateway of shock, the arousing, the wake up. And on the unconscious earth placement, we have the 57, the gateway of the gentle, penetrating wind, the gateway of intuition. So these four gateways make up this particular life theme that we call penetration. And the penetration to be able to look at a situation or to look at somebody and instantly work out what's going on with them or what's going on in the situation. So there's just that sense of high alertness, be able to penetrate into anything, whether it's somebody or something. And so it's quite possible that somebody with this life theme can see into somebody all kinds of things they don't see about themselves, and therefore can easily take advantage or make it their business to help people to get going in their life in a really good way. So the emphasis here, of course, is on the 53. This is the gateway where the sun places itself, the gateway of new beginnings. And typically, anybody with a 53, or as we go into this particular part of time, we're going to start seeing all kinds of new things show up. And the 53, because it comes out of the root center, can very much be the energy that kind of pushes things into motion, lights the fuse, get things started, new beginnings. So the 53 itself is very much in demand, and those that have that gate on its own will know, yeah, they're very good at helping other people get things started. And it's the same thing with this life theme generally, to help people recognize what it is they're chasing after. 54, what's the ambition? And the 51, that arousing energy to get it going. And the 57, to have your hands on the wheel, as it were, like to be alert to what it is that's taking place. So life theme of penetration can see very deeply into, very quickly, instantaneously, in a sense, they can recognize exactly whatever situation is really confronting them and what it is that needs to get started. Right? That's the ability of the 53, is to get things started and then find the course it's going to run. So then the energy moves on into the 4-1 profile. And again, there's still the sun in the 53 here, the gateway of new beginnings, and still the earth in the 54, the gateway of ambition. But we're talking about fourth lines here now. And the fourth line with the 53 is very much about reaching out into other people's lives. It's like trying to find a heart connection to other people's lives, in that we are all in this together. How can we launch something well together? And the 54 with the fourth line is, I'd have to say, one of the more mystical lines in human design, or in the whole I Ching in this sense, in that you can be set on a course in life. You can be pretty much clear, yeah, this is what I'm going for. This is how I'm moving through my world. And then all of a sudden the lights go out, or everything inverts. And then in that moment, you kind of wonder, am I really after what it is I set out to do here? Or do I need to completely change everything, even start going backwards? So there's just that thing, when this life theme comes about, this particular life theme happens, there's all of a sudden quite a shock in terms of, am I going forward with this? Am I clear? So people with this life theme will know they're very good at pointing out to other people the potential hazards in what it is they're setting out. Now, because the unconscious axis has moved on a little bit, the unconscious sun has gone into the 42, the unconscious earth in the 32. And those of you familiar with human design will know that we've now got two channels just between these four activations. We've got the 5342 and we got the 5432. So we got a connection from the sacral center to the root and the root to the spleen. So this is like instant recognition of where things can go. New beginnings, get it going, let's move it. And it's got sacral energy behind it, and it's got the spleen tied into it with a finger on the pulse. 5432 is always checking, is this working? It's very entrepreneurial. It's following the nose, it's instinctual. So this life theme automatically contains two channels in it. And people with this channel, they can be so clear on what it is that can get started and how it can move on. But the thing of it is, this particular life theme has, because it's got that channel of 5432, it ties into the sacral center through the 5342. And anything that ties into the sacral center, once you've committed to something, you have to see it through. You have to go all the way with it. And so it's a potential difficulty for somebody with this life theme, is like they're very good at getting things off the ground. But does it really appeal to them in the first place? Or is it just because they're so good that everybody wants them involved in everything? And they have to stick it out. Once they've committed, they have to see it all the way through. They have to see the beginning morph into something that's a going concern altogether, or feel very frustrated. And so those with this life theme have to be so particular, the company and the commitments that they make. Then the conscious sun moves into the fifth and sixth line. So we have an interpersonal life theme, and this is the interpersonal life theme of cycles. And for the same reason, because of these two channels, the 5432 and the 5342, these two channels make up this whole thing of cycles. So people with this life theme, again, they have to be very particular who and what they commit themselves to, because the minimum time one of these cycles is going to last, generally speaking, is going to be a year, because that's the orbit of the sun all the way around. So we're saying very much, we're talking about a gut response. We're talking about something that resonates deeply with you and keeps on resonating with you. Because there's so many things, so many attractions to that. Everybody wants you on board with something. Everybody wants your input. And there can be so many bright, shiny objects, things that are just fascinating. Oh, I'd love to try this. You know, the 5432, this channel here, this instinctual channel of transformation, like starting off with something and just watching it all come about and move. And then the 5342, the channel between the root and the sacral center, is this channel of bringing about cycles that perpetuate success, perpetuate fulfillment. And so I just put it to anybody with this particular life theme. Before you commit to something, make absolutely sure this thing is resonant with you, that all the notes are hitting the right spot within you. It's just, there's a frequency match for you. And then you can commit into something, and you'll just see whatever transpires from this is going to bring fulfillment. So very, very powerful life theme. And it can change people's lives altogether. This 5342, this channel from the root to the sacral center, it opens up new possibilities, new life experiences, new projects, new books, new journeys, all kinds of different things in life. So it can be very, very rounded right from the very beginning, that you're so clear in something, some commitment to somebody or something, that yes, there's going to be this whole sequence of events that just bring a fulfillment, a really rich life experience. And this channel, this particular life theme, can open up possibilities for all kinds of people. So just for all of us to be aware in these days, while this is all taking place, to be really clear, the universe is offering us all kinds of different things that we could get involved in. And it's just a case of being so clear in ourselves that something just resonates so deeply with us. There's no question whether this is a cycle that I want to get into. And of course, a cycle may last a year, it may last a lifetime. But it's just about being so clear at the get-go, to trusting in one's own senses to see I'm being offered all kinds of possibilities. What is it that really can happen here? Can it bring benefit to all concerned? Is this going to be a really enriching life experience? All of the life themes, 192 life themes, are all written up in our Book of Destinies. This is a book that took Carol and myself 20 years to write. It's full of the whole story of humanity, basically, because we all have one of these 192 life themes in one shape or form or another. These are the QR codes on the left side, the QR code to get a free report from our website. QR code on the right is to have a look at the 3 books, the Human Design Trilogy. The Human Design book on the left, the original Human Design book we wrote, is now 14, coming on 15 languages. The Book of Lines is all over the world, and this is the book we wrote directly for the I Ching relating to human design in the 21st century, in 5th dimensional. And the Book of Destiny is on the right there, the one that we've just drawn these life themes from. So there we are. That's what I have to share with you now. The next gateways, we're going to go back into the throat center and start seeing how does our communication change now. All right.